It pretty much goes without saying that Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter in the history of basketball. This is not a debate. It's not like Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter in the history of the game, period, end of story. It's actually easy to miss just how much better Steph is than everybody else. For example, at the time of this recording, the player in NBA history with the most 10 three-pointer games is Stephen Curry. He's hit 10 threes in a game 25 times. The next closest person is Klay Thompson, another one of the greatest shooters of all time. He's done it 9 times. That's a huge gap. What about 9 threes made in a game? Steph's done that 44 times. The next person is Damian Lillard with 13. How about 8 threes in a game? Steph's done it 82 times. The next closest person is Damian Lillard with 29. 7 threes in a game? Steph's done it 134 times. Klay Thompson is number 2 with 50. 6 threes in a game. Steph's done it 222 times. The next closest person is James Harden with 101, and will finish with 5 threes made. Steph has done that 366 times. The next closest person is James Harden with 189. So yes, Steph is in an entire other category as a shooter. He is the greatest shooter of all time. Obviously, a lot of that is just God-given talent. And we may not have that same level of talent, but what is it that Stephen Curry does that we can learn from? How can we become better shooters by studying Steph? Let's start with his mentality. Steph has supreme confidence as a shooter. Listen to him explain his confidence in his own words, where it comes from, and what it feels like.
Honestly, I always feel like I'm hot. Like if you step foot on the floor, like if you don't have that confidence, then that's not who I am. Like when I'm out there playing, every shot you take, like you feel like it's going in.
Supreme confidence in shooting the ball, and if I'm shooting it, I think I'm gonna make it. The confidence is always there. Me coming down, pulling up a 3, that's what I love to do. I feel like if I shoot that shot, I'm gonna make it every single time.
There are times you catch the ball and you maybe made 1 or 2 in a row, and this is in practice or a game, whatever the case is. But mostly in the game, like everything else does not exist. The only thing that exists is as long as I can get this shot off and it's not going to get blocked, the rim feels like the ocean. That's all you work for, is the muscle memory and the mechanics that develops that confidence, so that when you're in a game, like you're not surprised you're in those moments, but when it happens, it's like, yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. It's a confidence that's built on the foundation of work and the reps I put in, time you put in the gym, all the different stuff that I do to get ready for games. So I don't just come out thinking I'm gonna just make everything without having seen all those practice shots go in. A part of that is having the will to succeed. Knowing that you put the work in and have the confidence to let it show. What I tell people is just be the best version of yourself in anything that you do. You don't have to live anybody else's story. Sometimes people make it seem like you have to have certain prerequisites or a crazy life story in order to be successful in this world. But the truth is you really don't. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack, what you have too much of, but all you need to have is faith in God, an undying passion for what you do or what you choose to do in this life, and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful and whatever you put your mind to. Make sure you live in the moment and work your butt off every single day.
The amount of reps that you put in, the deserved confidence of being able to go out there and take some chances, play with a little bit of creativity, continue to surprise yourself and push the envelope, and then really never lose that spirit no matter how deep you get into your career, because I've always feel like I'm still on that journey.
Steph used a really interesting phrase just a few moments ago. He said, deserved confidence. His confidence isn't arrogance, it's not pride. It doesn't come from nowhere. Steph's confidence is born out of preparation. He prepares, he practices, he trains like nobody else, and that is what allows him to have that confidence in games, because that confidence has been born out of hard work. If you want to have the same kind of confidence when you pull the trigger in a game, you have to have the same kind of preparation that Steph has in between games.